The darkness infesting this world was incomprehensible. Unlike any of the others, it was most definitely certain. It was indeed a dark world. Within one of the world's many realms, an encasing blackness seeped from a temple, covering the ground with nothing but a mist. Two heavily armored beings stood guard out front of the temple gates, wearing metal which could not be broken by any mortal power. The guards stood as still as statues, impenetrable, refusing to move for anything other than orders from their superiors they obeyed. Another being appeared a short distance from the temple, teleporting from his own realm. His aura and stature proved him to be someone of great importance within this world. He owned much power that could rival the fiercest dragon. He took a few steps towards the temple gates. The guards still hadn't flinched. However, they disappeared as he walked towards them, and the gates opened at his will. Their ability to sense this being's aura told them he was needed inside. This being stepped into the only room within the temple. It was large, with several pillars surrounding a stone conference table. 3 beings were already seated at the table, all equal in power to the one who just entered. Their attention was grabbed by the man who entered the room. Their displeasure was obvious to him.
Late as always, Lucifer.
My apologies, Astaroth. I promise not to make this a habit.
Lucifer took his seat at the end of the table with all the other beings eyeing him down.
Who's leading today's meeting?
You are,
stated the red-haired woman directly to his left, looking at Lucifer with her hands in her lap, keeping an appropriate posture to try and seem formal through her irritation.
Right.
You better explain yourself, Lucifer. I, for one, am tired of waiting for you,
responded Astaroth, still staring at Lucifer with an intense expression. This, however, made Lucifer chuckle.
Tired of waiting? We are nearly 300 years old, yet you're tired of waiting a few extra minutes. Well, clearly I can see the age on you, Astaroth. Those wrinkles sure do stand out.
Dark Lord Azazel stood up from the table, fists clenched, an aura raging.
You watch your tongue, Lucifer!
Astaroth. There is no need for violence amongst our ranks. We cannot kill each other, so there's no point in fighting.
There is a point of teaching him a lesson of respect.
There's nothing you can teach me, regardless of your ancient wisdom.
Can we just proceed? Please.
Yelled the woman, glancing back and forth between the two opposing men.
Of course, Lilith.
Dark Lords Astaroth and Lilith sat back down begrudgingly, while Lucifer stood up, cleared his throat, looked around at his peers, and begun his speech.
Well, jokes aside, I have called everyone here for a very serious reason. As all of you know, the only reason we 4 Dark Lords reign over this world is because Light showed us pity in the Great War.
Many hurt, light just makes things confusing.
Right. Many hurt, the Light King showed us pity during the war. If age hasn't deteriorated all your memories, Many Hurt allowed us to absorb the defeated Dark King's power to give us our current positions. We keep our positions as long as we follow his command of watching over the balanced world's demons for the 3 components.
Of course, we don't need a history lesson, Lucifer. Where are you going with this?
Well, I am pleased to announce I have discovered the location of one component.
This revelation perked up Astaroth and Lilith. They had been searching for the 3 components since the Great War, and finally, one had surfaced.
Where?
The 4th of the Dark Lords asked with a deep, threatening voice. He uttered but a single word, but it instilled concern into the others who looked at him in shock. Lucifer tried to continue his light-hearted attitude.
It's been at least 50 years since I last heard you speak, Azazel.
His words gained nothing but an angry glance from his peer, clearly unimpressed along with the rest of their associates.
Right. Well, it's in the possession of a very capable demon. I stumbled across him recently. He will continue to be under my watch until the other components are found.